Hey everybody, my name is Bill Stark and I'm a teacher at War Hill High School. And in this video, I'm going to share some information on how to use another tech tool to reach your students during our school shutdowns. In my last video, I demonstrated some of the capabilities of Nearpod as a presentation tool. But anyway, one of the most common questions I get about my YouTube channel is how do you create videos of yourself explaining your PowerPoint presentations? That's a really great question since most of the videos for my kids on my YouTube channel are of that. It's of me presenting my existing PowerPoints. So in this video, I will demonstrate how to take an existing PowerPoint that you have and convert it into a video that you can post onto YouTube or really any other web platform. All right, so I took just an existing PowerPoint that I have here on ancient Egyptian civilization. I think this is actually from a few years ago. But anyway, when you want to do this, the first step that you're going to want to go through is up here. So maybe you start where it says home, right? You're going to want to click on the tab that says slideshow. And then you want to go here where it says record slideshow. Now, if you have any pre-existing recordings on this, like I have, you're going to want to make sure you go ahead and clear the timings and clear the narrations on all slides. That'll let you start fresh and start anew. Alrighty, so next step then is you go back to that record slideshow and you're going to click record from beginning. Now you can record from another slide if you want. I just always prefer to keep it fresh and record from the beginning. So I click on that and then it takes us to our recording screen. All right, this is where you get started with what you're going to do. Now you can begin your recording immediately by pressing the record button. Not going to do that just yet. Another thing that a lot of you guys know about is when you have PowerPoint presentations, there's a section down below the PowerPoint slides where you can insert notes about the slide. If you do have notes about the slide, you can click on this and you can read them off of here. Now, I don't have any notes for this one, but maybe, when you're doing your recording, you want to have a script of things that you actually read. Well, you can put that in the notes section right there. And you can adjust the font size of those notes. If you wanted to go back and clear some of your existing recordings, you can do that with this X button right here. One of the most important buttons is this one up here, the one that says select microphone and camera for recording. Now, for my microphone, I've got the microphone set up already, so that's no problem, although you can alternate between which one you want. For my camera, I have the webcam chosen for that. If you have another camera that you have plugged into your computer, you can do that as well. All right, some other things. First of all, if you want to include video of yourself talking through the PowerPoint in your video, what you would do is click on this button right over here where it says turn on camera. Now, I'm not actually going to do that because I'm doing a screencasting to demonstrate this to you guys. And if I turn on the camera for my PowerPoint, it's going to start messing with the screencast. So I'm just going to leave that off. But just know, if you want to include that video of yourself in the lower right-hand corner, you would click this button. Now, one limitation that this has is that you can't move the location of that video. So unfortunately, you can't move it. And once you turn it on, you can't hide it either. So that makes things kind of difficult in that if you have, important text or something like that in the lower right-hand corner, it can end up getting covered by that video of you. Then also you can choose to mute your microphone here if you want. I'll talk more about these things down at the bottom as we go along, but let's go ahead and start this presentation. So I'm here, I'm ready to hit record. And you see it gives me a little countdown here. All right, and so this is where, again, I would introduce the PowerPoint topic and start talking to my kids, talking through it a little bit. Then when you're ready to advance slides, you go ahead and click on advance to the next slide. Now, another limitation of recording PowerPoint videos is the fact that you cannot go backwards in your slides. If you notice it, even when I hover over it, it says this feature is not available during recording. So just make sure you're aware of that. Once you advance forward in a slide, you cannot go backwards. All right. But you can see then here I would start getting into, some of my information about Egypt. I will go ahead and show this next feature here, which is down below. You have the pen and the highlighter options. Now, if you happen to have a stylus pen or whatever you call it attached to your laptop, you can pull that out. And then I can click on pen and maybe adjust, maybe, play with my colors. Maybe I want to do light blue, right? So I click on that. And maybe while I'm explaining something, I want to talk about lower or upper Nile or lower or upper Egypt, right? I can go ahead and circle, hey, this is lower Egypt. And then I can circle up here is all upper Egypt, right? So you can do this with your PowerPoint slides. It's pretty cool. One of the neat features that you have while you're doing these recordings is making drawings, or maybe I wanted to highlight the location of upper Egypt, right? Maybe I highlight that green. Right, I can go ahead and highlight that on my screen. Pretty cool. I like that stuff a lot. So again, you would then go through, keep talking about your presentation. I am not also, you can see there your animations start showing up. So that part is pretty interesting as well. You can show all your stuff. I'm not going to bore you guys with the rest of this information about ancient Egypt. But again, you can just see once you're done, you can then go ahead, click to your last slide. Once you are finished with that, make sure you go ahead and stop your recording. So I come up here, I push stop. Now, let's say something funny happens, like your dog starts barking in the background. You can also pause a recording and then restart it at any point. So that part is good as well. But I go ahead, I click stop. That brings me to the end. All right, I advance through and then I close all of this out. All right, so now I have a video recorded for this PowerPoint. All right, and you'll also see some of the changes that I made to those slides, like the drawings, those are going to show up on my actual PowerPoint slides now. So if you have your existing PowerPoint slides and you don't want to like mess them up with these drawings, you may want to save those as a separate file. But once I finish this, I go ahead and save my file one more time. And you can see down here, it's just taking a second to save that. But in order to convert this to a video file, this step right here is going to be very, very important. What you want to do is go to File, and then you want to change it to hit Save As. And I'm just gonna, I have this video here in my OneDrive where I call it video media, right? So I have that saved. And last thing that I'm gonna do, all right, so this is my PowerPoint of Egypt video demonstration, but I'm gonna change the file type to an MPEG-4 video. All right, because this is one of the video types that YouTube accepts. I go ahead and I hit save here. And then you will notice down at the bottom of my screen, it is now beginning to convert that into the MPEG-4 video type. Now, I will say this can be a lengthy process depending on how long your recording is. If you have a 15-minute video, it can take around 30 to 45 minutes to convert this. So that is one lengthy process. But once it's finished converting to an MP4 video, then you can find that file and upload it to your YouTube channel, which is kind of another topic for another day. If any of you would like to reach out to me about, how to create a YouTube channel and upload files to that, feel free to leave a comment about that down below. Now, speaking of YouTube, one other limitation that I will finally note on this is these PowerPoint files do take a long time to upload to YouTube. Sometimes it depends on the bandwidth that you have at home. Sometimes it depends on how busy YouTube is at the moment. But there's been times where I've seen it for just a basic PowerPoint can take upwards of 2 hours, even 3 hours. So you have to be a little patient when doing that. If anyone knows of a way to kind of like compress the size of a PowerPoint file and make that quicker and easier to upload to YouTube, I am all ears to listen to you because I'm just not aware of a way yet. But feel free to leave a comment about that if you do know of a way to expedite that process. All right. Well, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. One last thing too. Sorry, I'll go ahead. If you want, you can then begin playing your PowerPoint slide from the beginning. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that out there. All right. So again, you can hit play there if you want to just review what you have. Hope this video helped you guys out. If you have any questions, leave a comment in the box below. I'd be happy to get back to you. And yeah, hope you guys are doing well out there. Take care.